A runoff election date has been set. Today is November 17th, 2025, and these are your headlines. Governor Greg Abbott has just set Saturday, January 31st of 2026, of course, as the date for the special election runoffs in two major Texas races, including a contest to fill the Senate District 9 seat in North Texas. That race will see Republican Lee Wamsgans face Democrat Taylor Remmett after the two advanced from a special election earlier this month to succeed former Senator Kelly Hancock, who resigned earlier this year to become acting comptroller. Can you keep all that straight? Well, the matchup is drawing attention as a Republican versus Democrat runoff in a normally solid red district, with Democrats hoping low turnout could maybe give Remmett an opening. Of course, whoever wins will only serve out the remainder of Hancock's current term, which runs through January of 2027. The seat will be back on the ballot in November 2026 when voters choose who will represent the district for the next full term, beginning with the legislative session in 2027. Abbott also scheduled a special election runoff the same day in Congressional District 18 that covers parts of Houston to replace the late Sylvester Turner, who himself replaced the late Sheila Jackson Lee. That race will pit Democrats Christian Menefee and Amanda Edwards against each other. Early voting for both runoffs will begin on January 21st. Texas's data center boom is accelerating, with Governor Greg Abbott announcing that Google will invest $40 billion to build new data center campuses across the state. Abbott said that we must ensure that America remains at the forefront of the AI revolution and that Texas is the place where that can happen. Well, Google CEO Sundar Pichai said the multi-billion-dollar investment will create 3 new campuses to power what he called a new era of AI innovation. Data centers have been rapidly expanding across Texas, though the growth has sparked pushback from some residents who have been concerned about the massive electricity use and water demands. Abbott's office says the investment will support businesses and create major job opportunities in Northwest and the Panhandle regions, but it's unclear how many of these jobs will go to Texans. Another data center firm, Crusoe, recently noted that many specialized roles require bringing in outside expertise. Google has not said whether it plans to hire locally or recruit from out of state.
But every day I run into something that I'm dealing with the county judge.
Judge Bray recused himself, but as we'll soon see, he couldn't resist reinserting himself into the process.
Signing notices, setting deadlines, accepting candidate applications, rejecting candidate applications. The dispute that ensued thereafter was centered on whether or not Judge Bray had the authority to do those things or should have been doing those things.
Head over to TexasScorecard.com today to watch our latest documentary, Kicking the Circle.
The Celina ISD middle school coach at the center of a major locker room recording scandal is now facing federal felony child exploitation charges. A federal grand jury has indicted 26-year-old Caleb Elliott on 8 counts of sexual exploitation of children, accusing him of coercing minors to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing illegal images between April and October of this year. 7 counts correspond to 7 individual victims. The 8th is for attempted exploitation. Elliott was a 6th grade teacher and 8th grade coach at Moore Middle School and is the son of Celina ISD's longtime head football coach and athletic director, Bill Elliott. He was arrested 3 times this fall after allegedly recording boys undressing and showering in the locker room and forcing one student to perform nude jumping jacks. He resigned from the district after his second arrest and has remained in the Collin County Jail since November 7th. The federal charges stem from the same allegations. The Department of Justice notes that federal jurisdiction typically applies anytime the internet is used in a child pornography offense. A first-time offender faces 15 to 30 years in prison. Elliott and Celina ISD also face 2 civil lawsuits alleging that the school district knew about prior misconduct and covered it up, allowing Elliott continued access to the children. The Texas Attorney General's office is conducting its own investigation as well. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.